Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is Michael, KE4EST. Today I have acquired this Heathkit IM-2215. And you can see this is a standard like a handheld multimeter. I've heard some people call them multimeters. You can make your voltage measurements and resistance measurements and do some current measurements up to 2 amps with this device. So everybody's like, I know what that is and why are you showing it? Well, for one, you know, it's an older unit. This came out around 1980. I saw an ad online kind of looking around doing some research on this of where one was sold in 1981. So I don't know if that's the year it came out or if it was before that or what, but anyway, late 70s, early 80s. The significant thing about this particular one here is it's really reliable. They made a really reliable unit with this one. And I got this in the state sale. And I was like, I can't remember, is that the one, you know, but you're there, you're kind of like, yeah, so I just grabbed it for a few bucks. And, brought it home, got home, I looked it up, I'm like, yep, that's the one. Get on eBay or some of these other sites like that, and you find them for $60 to $100. And I've seen them worse than this one. This one's not too bad. It's dirty. I've seen them worse than this one. And on the pictures they show online, and they're wanting $75 for it or whatever. So, but this particular one is one that Heathkit came out with, and it's the resistance ain't, you know, you could get in there and really start fine-tuning it, go through the resistor circuit, kind of changing some values, get some more, you know, like 1% tolerance resistors, and go through and really do some tweaking on it. We'll test it out and see how good it is on. But if I remember right, the resistance ain't that, you know, it gives you a ballpark, but if you need something really, really accurate, you know, you can, you want to get grab another meter up. But it's pretty close. What's the best on these things is the voltage. It holds the voltage really good, and it's almost spot on with, you know, some of these fancy expensive meters, and as old as it is. And so if you, I mean, you know, you can grab you a newer meter, modern meter nowadays, even some of these cheaper ones, you know, where they're surprisingly good on their accuracy of the voltage. But if you want something nostalgic, Heathkit, you know, whatever, and you can trust when it tells you what voltage is, you know, on something. You might want to pick one of these up if you can find one at a decent deal. It says Heathkit IM-2215, and they're really good. So let's go over, and you can kind of see the dust on that. I've been, I guess, holding it or something, but need some cleaning up and all that. But let's take it apart and get into it, and go over the calibration of it and stuff if it works. So maybe somebody's not left a battery in here or anything like that. So let's see what we got here. Interesting here, somebody's got D. Donnelly. The person who had it before took a, most like this soldering iron, and put that in there. And this come with a leather case. I got the leather case with it. And you know, if you bought it new, and test leads, I've got the leads. They're pretty rugged, so I'm going to use some different ones over here. And rugged. They're pretty ratty looking. I mean, I've seen worse, but anyway. Then it's supposed to have, you can see here, where a little stand would clip in right there so you can stand it. This one's missing. Let's see. Okay, this way. Let's go this way. Okay, so the guy nicely put his name inside here too. You can see right here, for people who's curious about it, we've got the model number, the IM-2215, and the serial numbers right here. And right here's the DC calibration voltage. that I was hoping was in here somewhere. I was hoping this hadn't fell out, or this sticker hadn't fell out or anything like that. But anyway, here's the sticker. It tells you, and I'll show you that here in just a second, 1.222. So this will be easy to clean up. Just be careful with these stickers. You know, you don't want to definitely lose what that is. But it looks like you can see where somebody's had like, you know, the tape guns back in the day, where you print out the letters, you know, click, 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 and they stuck it on there with their name or something or whatever, and it's got peeled off, or what department it goes in or whatever. I don't know if this was used at home or what. It's got just the guy's name on it, so it may just been somebody using it at home. And here's the unit. Back the camera back out. Yep, that's a good thing. The battery's been taken out of it. And right here, I know everybody's going to say, well, what's under that? So let's just take this screw out too. This just shields everything, but you can still take it off, which I was going to anyway, so you can get into the circuit here. So let's zoom in on this a little bit. Everybody's curious about seeing it. Okay, here we got TL061. You can see right away. This chip under here is a CD4030. And I know there's a big chip somewhere. Yeah, it's up under the display here, so we won't really see that. But here's all the switches where you can change the taps if you need to or wanted to or whatever. But I would just leave it like it is factory, unless there's some specific reason you won't, you know, do anything. Here's where you calibrate your AC, and the DC calibration is right there. Okay, it's a really clean unit inside. It's got some precision resistors in it and some tantalum capacitors, so everything's probably okay with that. So I'll just leave that alone, unless, like I said, it don't work. We got to troubleshoot it. But I'm hoping this will be a little short, quick video. I've got like 3 other projects I'm working on right now, trying to get them ready and get them out. Still working on the multiband radio. That one's taking a little bit longer with going through everything, getting it all cleaned up like I want it to, and making it look brand new again. So in the interim, I'm going to throw a couple other videos out, or maybe I'll get that one project finished up and get that video edited. And I've just about got it finished. I've got some more video editing to do and get that one done, but I just wanted to show you this here. And I know everybody's like, well, who cares and whatever, but you know, it's the nostalgic of it. It's the neatness of having something vintage, and this ain't, you know, old, but you know, let's say around 1980. It came out around 1980. You know, we're looking at 40 years old almost. So, all right, I mean, it might have been 79. I don't know. Somebody probably knows how to decode that serial number and can tell me. There it is. So, let me, well, maybe I shouldn't tighten that back up yet, but let me see if I can get you in here. If I have to, I'll get another light. I don't know if this is really going to matter. Take this back off. My pointer right here. See that right there? That's a test point for the DC, and there's the, like I showed you, the adjustment for it. And then I think the adjustment for the AC calibration, and there's a test point right there for that. Okay, I think you better see it this way. There's a test point right there, and there's the potentiometer to calibrate it with. So what they want you to do on this Oh, it might actually say right here. I didn't even think about reading out. There's a bunch of writing right in front of me here. Let's have a look at this. Well, this is going to get hard to get the glare off with it being like a full background. That says, calibration with internal standards. Turn power on and select 2 volts DC range. Connect red test lead to volt ohm input. Probe to test point 1, which is the one up here. Adjust DC cal control to display the DC voltage number, which that's the one, you know, right here, this 1.222. Then select the 200 millivolt DC range. Probe at test point 2. Adjust the AC reference. Adjust control to display 171.2. Select the 200 millivolt AC range. Probe to test point 2. AC calibrate to display 190. Okay, so, and what that's saying too is, get this right, just like this maybe. You see that in there, right in there. There's another one of those potentiometers. That's the AC, what they're calling AC reference adjust. We'll go ahead and just go through the whole thing. I was going to go through and make a quick little video. We'll go through all of it, but let's get a battery in this thing and see if it even works. Battery. Yep. There. Okay. Ooh. Amazon. I try to put dates on batteries when I put them in. So let's put the battery in. You see they got the fuse holder and the fuse right there at the battery. It all comes out 1 unit, so if you need to change it out, it's pretty easy. Alright, on. Right here on the side, it's on off switch, and also it's got a jack here for external power if you don't want to use batteries. There we go. Look at there. Works. Okay, that's good. Alright. So, let's take, what I'm going to do is take this here and stick it into the volts. Well, one of these buttons should be mashed in here, so let's see, voltage. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing here. If I put this over here, maybe it's a reference on the side. These buttons push in or out, and so this one, output is voltage. If it's out, or I can see push it in, that's for ohms reading. Out is for milliamps or voltage. And then the next one up here is 200 milliamps or 200 millivolts or 200 ohms if you got it in the ohm side. Okay. And then the next one up's 2. Oh, there they go. I was going to say, ain't they supposed to pop out here? This thing needs to be used. I need to clean it a little bit. But I'll go in there with contact cleaner and clean all this up, and clean all this up with, you know, standard cleaning. But anyway, you see how I'm doing it there. So let me put this over here. Turn the power on and select 2 volts DC. So that would be this. So we've got it all set up here to put it on there. So we take the clip. I'm going to use one that's got a clip so I can clip it on. Alright, 1.24445. Thing said 1.222. So we go in here and we want to adjust this. Okay. So it says 1.222. Very slightly, we're getting up. Almost got it there. It's probably close enough, but that, see, you can barely just touch it. Alright, there we go. That went a little too high. Let's not go like that. Okay. 1.222. Okay. Now, let's see how accurate that is. So, I'm going to put in I'm going to go over here to my voltage standard. And let's go up to the next scale, which is 20 volts. And turn it on. Okay, I have to set on 2.5 volts. 2.49, 2.50, that's pretty close. Let's go to 5 volts. Pretty close. 7.5, 10. Now, if you're wondering, well, could I hook it up like that and touch that up if I wanted to? Yep, sure can. You can use it if you got a good voltage standard. You can hook it up to, you know, a really high accuracy one. You can go in there and put it on 10 volts and go in there and adjust this till you get it where you want it. You can go back all the way back to 2.5 and say, well, let me touch it this way, and go back to 10, touch it that way, and 5 or whatever. And you can keep doing that till you get that right where you want it. Now, select the 200 millivolt range. I'll be down here. Probe to test point 2. Which is right here. Just AC reference just control to display 171.2. We're definitely way off of that. Wow. That one is touchy. How fast that came up there. Okay. Feel like it. I want to make it better. Very touchy. We'll go with that. Now, select the 200 millivolt range, AC. Okay, AC. Probe to leave the probe on there. And adjust AC calibration for 190.0. Okay. Find the slot now. So they want you to do this with this on. That'll keep. I found it. Oop. Right there. Okay. I don't have an AC voltage standard, so we're going to go with that. Back to DC. There you go. And you can see too, this thing should, yeah, it'll lift right out of there. You know, to help get clean, we'll just be careful with this display. On this side, work it. Actually, you got to kind of work it this way on this side up, and then pull it that way and out because of this here sticking through here. But anyway. So that's all calibrated and set and ready to go, ready to be used. So, and you see how accurate it was. And all these years old, and that's all I've done to it. I'll just stick this cover back on just a second so I can flip it around and stuff. But I don't want to put screws in yet because off camera I want to actually go through and clean all the contacts, clean all these switches, run them back and forth. You notice how that one, when I was sticking it on, I said, well, that's a long ways from 170 or whatever it was. Then I noticed as I was moving it around, I wiggled the AC thing here and it jumped up. So definitely could use a little bit of contact cleaner. But there's the Heathkit IM-2215 and how you calibrate it and all that. And this one too is missing. Should be a, see where it was, and that's probably what's on this. It's definitely on the inside though. But there was a clear piece of plexiglass or something right here, or some kind of plastic, I'm sure. Maybe not plexiglass, but that was right there. So any dirt's going to get into it. You can see where the glue was. Maybe they put the glue on this piece here. Yeah, I probably did. But there's that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope it'll help somebody out. If you come across one of these, definitely grab it up. Don't look at that and go, oh. If you're for a hobbyist, this would be perfect. I've got all kinds of different meters, and fancier ones and newer ones and old ones, and you've seen the VTVMs I use and all that. And I've got another VTVM restore coming up too. Got to get that going. It's in the works. So it's a really nice one. But you've seen. But to me, this is just great. If somebody's looking for the nostalgia, the neatness, and something that's accurate, on the voltage, just grab this up and say, hey, I'll take that. Because sometimes, you want 2 meters. You might want to set up 2 meters. You might want to do different things, or have one set, so you can have it just dedicated, one set on the milliamp, so you can have a meter watching your amperage and one watching your voltage, and you're doing something. But for hobbyist use, not some big laboratory somewhere, this is great for that if you're wanting something that'll be accurate and vintage as well. So there's that. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video. Got a lot of stuff coming up, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And until the next video, this is Michael, K4EST 73.